Hey, I'm very bored, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite movies. And today I'm going to be doing a movie roundup video where I talk about the movies, TV shows, and animes I have watched in the last month. So here is something that I would like to tell all of you. I usually do 2 movie roundup videos every single month, except for December, because usually the entire late December is dedicated to list week. But for some reason, in February, I decided to watch fewer movies and fewer TV shows and animes, mainly because I wanted to focus more on my social life and my college. So I ended up not watching a lot of movies. And also, another thing would be that a bulk of the movies, in fact, almost all of the movies that I will be mentioning in this video already have their own individual reviews. So I won't be going into detail for a lot of these movies. So anyways, this is what I've been watching. First off, I watched White Noise. I watched it in the beginning of February, new movie by Noah Baumbach, and it's kind of a mess, unfortunately. The dialogues are a little bit annoying, and I appreciate that Noah Baumbach is trying something different here. This is his first big budget movie, but overall, it's just kind of okay, I guess. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I guess if there's one thing I would like to add from the original review is that, oh my god, the train derailment thing, the airborne toxic event in Ohio, it's a real thing now. So I guess Noah Baumbach predicted the future, 6 out of 10, or the author of the book. Then I went to the cinemas and watched Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and it's fantastic. The animation is great, it's colorful, the story is skin tight, the villains are really memorable, and for some reason the editing is really freaking good, 8 out of 10. And then I watched my own short films. Of course I have to watch them. I probably watched them over 100 times already, but make sure to check these short films out. I worked my ass off for both of them. Cloud Busting, which is the first one, as well as My Bloody Valentine with the anime references. Also, I packed 3 anime references in My Bloody Valentine, so point them out if you can spot them. Anyways, I went to the cinemas and watched Eyes Wide Shut by Stanley Kubrick with my friend Cliff. This is the final Kubrick film, and there's a lot to unfold and discuss, and this is definitely a film that needs multiple rewatches, but I love it on the first watch. I love that it is a paranoid thriller, the staging and the blocking are meticulous, and the musical choices are very interesting, and the themes are very eerie and ominous, and it's a very, very, very interesting film. 9 out of 10. Then I watched The Menu by Mark Mylod. I'm sorry. Yeah, anyways, The Menu, it's alright. It's a very fun movie, but it also falls into dumb cliches and tropes, dumb satire tropes that I thought was very overwritten and not that clever, but it's still a fun watch, I guess. 7 out of 10. Then I went to the cinemas again to watch Close by Lucas Don. This is a film that I've been meaning to watch for half a year now, ever since Cannes Film Festival last year, and also it got nominated in the Oscars, so I'm like, damn, I need to watch it. And guess what? It's another heartfelt, humane, emotional, moving movie where kids are involved and French is spoken, and it's freaking great. It's a very simple story, but it's effectively communicated, and there's also Q&A with the director and the 2 main actors when I watched the movie, after I watched the movie, so that's pretty cool. 8 out of 10. Then on my laptop, I watched Elvis, the new film by Baz Luhrmann, and it's such a freaking mess. It's so fast-paced, the whole movie feels like one gigantic trailer, it feels like one gigantic montage, and it's 2 hours and 40 minutes long for some freaking reason. The musical choices are kind of questionable, and the editing is just annoying as hell. Why is it even nominated? 5 out of 10. Then I finally finished watching House of the Dragon Season 1. This is the new Game of Thrones spin-off series, and this is definitely leagues better than Game of Thrones Season 7 and 8, and after watching Season 1, it made me fall in love and be interested in the lore and history once again, and that's kind of freaking awesome. 7 out of 10. Then, not too long ago, I think it's a couple days ago, I finished watching Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, the second movie in the Black Panther installment, and this is definitely one of the better movies from Marvel Phase 4, and that's not saying much because most of Phase 4 has been pretty disappointing and underwhelming so far. And I think the movie overall is just alright, the story is just okay. If there's one thing that I was really impressed by, it would be Angela Bassett's performance. I think she is fantastic. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Now, let's talk about the movies I watched yesterday and today. First of all, Final Cut, or Coupe, or Z, is the new film from Michelle Hazanavicius, and this is actually a remake of an iconic Japanese film that came out around 5 years ago called One Cut of the Dead, and this is a pointless and weak remake. Very weak French remake. It's basically the original. It's like a 1-to-1 adaptation, except it's not as funny, it's a bit more awkward, and it's also longer for some reason. 4 out of 10. Then last night I finished watching Warriors of Future, which is a new Hong Kong film that everyone's talking about, and I will do a full-length review on this channel in the future, so fear not. But let me just say that it is not as bad as I thought it would be. It's fine, you know. If you take the same movie and make it American, and make all the characters American and the director's American and everything's American, the movie would suck ass and plummet in the box office. But one thing I like about this film is that it is made in Hong Kong, mostly. You know, the cast and crew is mostly Hong Kongers, and that's very admirable because Hong Kong cinema has never really done something like this before, so I'm kind of proud of it actually. 6 out of 10. Finally, earlier today, a couple hours ago, actually only an hour ago, I finished watching the new documentary Fire of Love by Sarah Dosa. This is one of the most beautifully shot documentaries I've ever seen in my life, and I haven't seen a lot of documentaries, so but it's still gorgeous, it's still beautiful. However, it's also very, very, very slow paced without a lot of stuff going on. Unlike many other documentaries I've seen other slow paced documentaries and I've liked them, but this one is, it just really tests your patience. 7 out of 10. It's not inherently a bad thing, but it's really patience testing. So yeah, these are the movies, TV shows, and animes I've watched in the last month or so. In fact, I haven't watched a single anime episode in the last month in February because I just didn't have a lot of time, unfortunately. But I'll be sure to continue watching anime like a weeb in March. So look forward to that. Stay tuned, and thank you for watching and subscribe if you want more.